making another video for y'all. This is the brand new 2020 MotoMax 250. This particular one is orange, and I'm gonna make one video for you for the people who do order it online. I do have online options and obviously dealer network. That's if you want to start selling these, contact me by all means. Let's get started. But for those who do order this online, this video is for you. I'm going to assemble it. As you can see the bike here, it's in quite a large box compared to a Bras. That's because it comes more assembled than a Bras. So let's get started. I'm expecting for the newbie, first time assembler of a bike, you're probably looking at 2 hours for this. If this is a regular, this might take you 45 minutes. So this doesn't take too long. The initial assembly, any prep, clutch adjustments, break-in, whatever, that might be take a little bit longer, however you need to do it. But as far as just the bike itself, not much to it. The frame was real easy. Do the top part first over here. Do the top bolts with the impact gun or whatever. Makes it real quick. And then just do the bottom and move them out of the way because the bike will stand up by itself, right? Note to self, everything else is really the only things you're going to be putting on are the handlebars and the foot pegs. And other than that, it should be ready to go for you. Let's keep disassembling it and go on and see how fast we can do this. handlebar controls are undone. Let's pull this off while it's here. Woo! Pretty. So pretty. The actual handlebar itself is secured on this side, so you'll need to unwrap it. Let's get everything else off. It's a lot of tape. First things, before you put these on, you're going to want to mount the handlebars. So it comes in your box. Mirrors, owner's manual with keys, your 2 foot pegs for right there, toolkit. MSO you don't need because see how there's no CCs posted right there? Because I'll be sending you the one you need. And then your bolts. Compared to a bras, this is quite less intimidating, and most of these are for the handlebars. So once the handlebars are done, you'll see that we don't really have much left. Alright, the 4 6mm bolts that are green are for your handlebars. You're going to have 2 over here that are going to be for your controls, and the other green ones will be what you need. Alright, and you're going to have one of these for each foot peg, one of these for each foot peg, a sleeve, 1 spring for each foot peg, 1 large washer for each foot peg, and then the 2 cotter pins for each foot peg. Alright. Now get these in loose. I say that because you're going to want to adjust the angle to suit your needs, and you won't be able to do that until you get the controls on. Whoops. Two of them snug, not even tight, just snug, so this don't move. But you see the groove right here for this? That little dimple, that is going to set there, and once you set that, you can kind of sit on the bike and then adjust your bars to how that sits. So you don't want to tighten them down now like this or like this, and then go to realize, well shoot, my horn is pointed up in the air, you know. So do this first, then tighten these down next. So once that's in place right here, because that's got a set position, now you can sit on your bike and kind of feel where you want it. Next up, you can put on your 2 controls for each side. This left side will have this curved one, and these are 8mm. Now do the other side. I can put my mirrors on, and the top of the bike is ready to go. Alright, now you're going to have your wire leads for your brake switch. Going to go right here on these 2, and they're going to go as you see them, right, left. Just pull it up this way, and that's how they'll hook on. You can pull off your plastic cover. You will snug your mirror down with a 14. Grab your 14 and snug it. We're going to take our keys, put them in the ignition so we don't lose them. Install your foot peg. Hold your peg out like this, left side, long side down, slide it in, sleeve, go. You gotta push this little guy right here on top of this, and then put it in. Take your bolt and shove it through. This is gonna take a little bit of force. Takes a little bit of wiggling to get in there right. You get your washer and one. You just did one. Do the other side the same way. Alright, now that our foot pegs are on, as you can see, we're basically done. The only thing really left before you're ready to put gas in it is to connect the battery. As you see on this unit, you need to do this. Turn the C. The whole seat comes up. Pretty good design on the seat, actually. Your battery's right here. No fluid comes in the box because there's already fluid in it. Your battery should be pre-charged. Actually gives you a nice little slot if you can get your leads. If you're going to have a trickle charger or something on it. Alright, you would hook up your battery right here. Put your seat back on. I'm just going to demo it. I'm not going to hook up the battery right now for you because that's pretty self-explanatory. Slide it in the grooves right here and then turn the key. Push it down, turn the key. And there it is. Once this is back on, you are ready to put some gas in there and start it. Make sure your fuel valve is open. You just gotta roll it out the thing. You might need help getting it out because, as you can see, this tire is a little thick. That's one reason why it's standing up right now on its own and pretty well. Obviously, once that's off, you can put gas in it and start it. All right. Toss your frame. This is the orange one. Those interested for the do-it-yourself method, this is it. And at this point you put in gas and go through your braking procedures. So thanks for watching.